When Anne Roten's family laid her to rest in the summer of 1903, they probably never imagined that her skull and rib would one day jut out from the side of a cliff. But the Chesapeake Bay is a relentless force on Hooper's Island. Its waves and rising water table have stolen more than 400 feet of the land that once protected Anne from eternity at sea.
She died July the 23rd, 1903. Over here is a piece of her casket, the handle off of her casket. Her husband, his body and vault was right here in this sunken spot. He was falling overboard, and I was able to retrieve and protect that because it was in a big, hard, solid vault. So poor Annie here, I was not able to pick her up and move her because the only way I can move her is pick her up and filter through the dirt and move her one bone at a time.
That's Donnie Willey, a retired Marine whose ancestors have harvested seafood off Hooper's Island since before the Revolutionary War. With his dog Chesty by his side, Donnie has spent 6 years fighting to save the Anchors of Hope Cemetery. Donnie works tirelessly. He trucks cement back and forth to make a road for his equipment. He cuts back the brush year after year. He even runs out during thunderstorms to secure graves, but he still can't stop Mother Nature.
Over here is the first person that I've lost, and it really broke my heart. This was only a 9-month-old child. He died in 1907. His name was Paul Cox. The casket and his body was sucked right out and went out into the bay. When I looked inside, the only thing I found was a little handle that came off the side of his casket, and it had a little lamb on that handle.
Now, at 52 years old, Donnie's back is wearing out. As his body loses its strength to protect those buried here, the Chesapeake Bay gathers force to destroy them.
The storms like this that we're having right now is pretty devastating to the islands. The erosion comes in and it blows the wind in here on the bay, and the waves come pounding in, and it eats up on all sides of the island.
With each grave that vanishes, a chapter of Hooper's Island history is gone forever. The memorials, once thought to be permanent, span from 1805 to 1957. They include about 75 early white settlers from an island plantation. In an adjacent lot, 75 slaves are buried in sunken, unmarked graves. All of these people tell the story of Hooper's Island, which started as a farming town and evolved into a teeming population center for the crabbing industry.
Everybody in this graveyard that I've found their names is related to this one man right here. And I've got many names in here. I've got Tyler, Parks, Ruark, Cox, Mickens. Right? All these people that's buried in this graveyard is very special to me because it's our local history here. And down here on the eastern shore of Maryland, there is a lot of history. We were one of the first settlements when this country was first formed, and these people were here, and their memory needs to be saved.
We don't know who Anne Roten was, but we do know that a recent storm came through and toppled her headstone onto her skull, cracking it in half. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Anne Roten does not rest in peace.